Okay, represent the position vector v for 5 or v for I plus 3j on a 2D Cartesian xy plane. Now, position vector means anything from the origin. So what we've got to realise is what does the 4 mean and what does the 5 mean? Okay, and these are the two different formats that a vector can be written in component form. So this is the x component and this is the y component. And the same here, the 4 stands for the I is sort of a unit vector, and I is a unit vector on the x-axis, and j is a unit vector, i.e. a vector of length 1, on the y-axis, and the 4 means we go 4 units along the x and 5 units along in the y direction, as we'll see in the applet here. So here we have a Cartesian plane. Okay, so the slide is already set at 4 and 5. Okay, so we start at the origin if it's a position vector. Okay, and if we click there, we can now see that we've now gone 4 along the x-axis, and from there we now can put in the j components. So it starts from there and then we go up there. So the resulting vector from that point to that point is the vector 4, 5 or 4i plus 5j. Okay, that's the two different ways of writing it down. So this is the resultant vector. If we move the sliders a bit, for example, if we make a negative, so we make a minus 2, that represents the vector minus 2 because we're going in the negative direction, but we're still going positive in the y direction, so this will be 5 units upwards, okay, and this will change to minus 2i plus 5j. If we make b negative, so let's just choose some different numbers. Okay, so now we're going minus 3 in that direction and minus 5 in that direction, so the resultant vector, the v, is minus 3 and minus 5. In the other format, it would be written minus 3i, that plus would not be there, it would just be minus 3i minus 5j is the resultant vector. Okay, this applet I've attached into the notes of the video, the link to it. So if we now make a positive, would be in the last quadrant over here, let's just go over here. Okay, so now we're going 8 along here. Okay, 8 along and then 5 down. Okay, 8 along and then 5 down. That's 8j minus 5j, sorry. That plus sign would not be there in that case. Okay, so this has been a video to show you the introduction of component form of vectors in position vectors in 2D form. Position vectors always start from the origin. We can have other vectors. So we could have one vector that starts there and ends there, and that will still be represented by 8i minus 5j or 8 minus 5, except it would not be a position vector because it is not starting at the origin. Okay, so you can represent vectors like 8 along and then 5 down there, from there to there, as another vector as 8 minus 5 or 8i minus 5j. Okay, only if it goes from the origin will it be a position vector. Okay, hope you've understood this, and thank you very much for watching.